In the cross of Christ thy glory, towering over the wrecks of time, all the light of sacred story gathers round its head sublime. This is Pastor Jim Steingass from St. Luke's Lutheran Church, where we seek to know God and to make him known. The last verse of that hymn, In the cross of Christ thy glory, says this: Bane and blessing, pain and pleasure, by the cross are sanctified. Peace is there that knows no measure, joys that through all time abide. Bane and blessing. Right now we have been seeing times of a lot of bane, haven't we? But we asked people to think about the bane and the blessings of this time and what those have been for them right now. For our devotions tonight, we're going to hear their thoughts. Because of social distancing, some of those are by phone, and so we won't have video for all of them, and some of them are by Zoom. But we do get to hear not only their struggles, but also the good that they are finding. So take a listen.
For me, the bane is I'm a really social person, and this feeling of isolation from people beyond the family members that I live with has been a little bit troubling to me. Even though I go to work, I'm the only one here, so I'm not socializing with the people who normally would be in my office, and even in the building, I don't see a soul. I park my car, walk up the steps, leave, walk down the steps, get back in my car, and the only person I actually see is the guard in the guardhouse coming in and going out. And believe me, we are waving to each other a lot harder than we used to.
Well, it's just that, we're very concerned about Tom's brother, who is in ICU on a ventilator with the COVID-19 virus. And because of all the strong drugs that they've had to give him, he is in kidney failure and now receiving dialysis 3 times a week. My sister-in-law, his wife, also is COVID-19 positive, ended up in the hospital this past Sunday, and she is doing better with just the oxygen therapy, and we're very prayerful that she will be fine and not have to go to the ICU.
Bane right now, my biggest bane is probably not having the freedom to do what we're used to doing. So being able to go to work and go to the offices I need to go to, see the customers I need to see, help the patients I need to help. Not being able to do that has probably it's very difficult to adapt to. And on top of that, from a personal perspective, being able to pick up and go to the store, go buy a pair of shoes, or Mackenzie and I had planned on going over spring break down to Columbus so she could look for a prom dress, and we weren't able to do any of those things.
I'm worried about the number of people who may get ill, the number of people who are ill, the deaths. The numbers are overwhelming to me, frightening, and I worry about my own internal family. My daughter in Chicago, is she's really safe? I can't see her, and so I worry about those kind of things. I'm missing being with my friends at church, and those are the things that I think are a bane of all this, the safety and socialization that it's not there.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Jim Lutz. The bane for me is separation, while necessary, but from family and friends. I can't give our grandchildren a hug. And blessing is, at this point, we are well and have sufficient provision for now. Those are things we often take for granted, so maybe sort of emphasize how much of a blessing they are.
Showing us a new way of having to do things, and really figuring out, do we really need a new pair of shoes? Did we really need to have that prom dress? So I think that's probably been a bane, but it's also kind of a blessing to look back and realize what.
This is Kate Lutz, and I have several blessings. like everybody else. I'm very, very grateful that my family is well, that they are safe, that they have food to drink, that they have a house to live in, that they have clothing. Oh, and that they have homework. I'm also thankful for the connection of FaceTime. This really helped me to get over missing my grandchildren. The bane is, of course, the isolation, and hey, we live in Ohio, the lack of sunshine.
Good note. I think I'm finding myself reaching out to people that I don't on a regular basis. That life is so busy. You say, I'm going to call so and so, and then it's 11 o'clock at night. No, I can't call. It's too late. And so I'm reaching out in that way to more people, and more people are reaching out to me. And I think that that is something that is a really great thing that's happening. And I'm hoping that we can keep it going when this is all done and we go back to our finding normal lives, taking time to just not feel so rushed to get things done. I don't have that as much to do right now. So all the things that I thought were important and had to be done on a daily basis or a weekly basis, I'm discovering that they didn't have to be done because I can't do them now, and I'm still going on and finding things to do that are enjoyable. I think the goal is to maybe find a way to remember how this felt, remember how it felt when we were getting positive things from it, and being able to continue those positive things when this is all over.
And as far as the blessings go too, the kids being so busy and going in different directions, we've eaten dinner more together in the last 3 weeks than we have in a long time, even though that's always one of our goals is to try to have dinner together. We've actually been able to do that more and have them help with making dinner and helping set tables and doing those types of things too, because we're all home. So those are blessings that I'm having.
Very thankful that I am able to call the nursing home and check on my dad every day and see how he's doing. And I am so thankful for his nurse that on Sunday FaceTimed with Tom and I, that we could see my dad. And it was the first that I had seen him in 2.5 weeks. So I am so thankful for FaceTime with our kids in Maine and Florida. Yesterday, singing happy birthday with our daughter and our granddaughters and celebrating the big occasion. And we're thankful that we can pray anytime throughout the day and at night when I can't sleep, knowing that God is ever present, always listening, and very comforting. And just knowing that all of our friends, our relatives, our church families are praying for all of us and our needs. And I especially pray for our healthcare workers, our first responders, our grocery store workers, our nurses, our medical assistants, taking care of my dad and comforting him and reassuring him that we are all well. And I guess for all of those blessings, we just thank God, and by his grace, we hope that this too shall pass.
Thanks to Laurie, Becky, Pauline, Jim, and Kate for sharing. Bane and blessings, pain and pleasures, by the cross are sanctified. We all, the world over, have both bane and blessing. This hymn reminds us that it is in the cross that they are sanctified and made holy. In the cross, God shows us that he is with us and does not leave us or forsake us, even in the deepest situations, that even death dies in the resurrection. Know that in all your bane and blessing, Jesus, the crucified and risen one, goes with you. May you know the peace there that in the cross knows no measure, joys that through all time abide. And now, until we meet again, may God hold you in his hand